This is Reverend Robin Achaturo, LCSW, again, and I'm reminding you that in my last video I shared how feelings are really important in healing our hearts of trauma so that we can move forward to step into our spiritual power. I have done this myself. What did I heal my heart of and how did I do it? In therapy. When I was 17, I moved out. My mom became an alcoholic when I was 9 after her mom passed away. And she actually found out from an astrologer, and it's in my book, my second book, I'm the Reluctant Messiah, and so are you, that my mom started drinking not to treat her depression, as I thought, after her mom died, but it was actually to also dim her light, which the title of my book, I am the Reluctant Messiah, and so are you. So I shared in my first video of introduction that this is not easy for me to share publicly, but I'm doing it because Spirit said now is the time, that it's time I have to share. So why are feelings so important? Think about a vibration of someone when you're in the presence of anger or sadness. And I'm not saying by any means these feelings are bad. They are not bad. All feelings are real. All feelings are a really important part of who we are. It's when we don't allow ourselves to feel these feelings or express the feeling itself, and then we store it inside, that we start to cause ourselves problems. And this can begin in the womb. It really can. And we don't have the language or the ability to express what we feel, but we're sensing beings. And even in our mother's womb, we can sense our mother's feelings, besides the chemicals that we feel and are bathed in. So at the core, we tend to make feelings so hard. I know I did it myself. I was very codependent. When I was 17, I moved out and I moved in with a Vietnam vet and lived with him for 6 years, and he became violent, and I kept trying to help him. He was an addict, so of course I kept trying to help my mom from the time she started drinking till I was the youngest, till I moved out at 17 when her drinking was so bad she was blacking out. Anyway, I needed to figure out how to not be codependent anymore. So I had the courage to leave domestic violence at the age of 23 after being with this guy 6 years. I married him for 30 days because he promised to get help. And in those 30 days, I was literally lucky to get out alive. And I did. And that was the beginning of my incredible new life and beginning of my powerful emotional, mental health, spiritual journey that started. So basically in therapy, my therapist had me read a book by David Viscott, who was the first talk show psychiatrist full-time in the 1980s. He was really good. He wrote many, many books. So I read several of his books, and he has a model of feelings that was so profound to me, it changed my life. My therapist had me read his books. So, David Viscott's model, I call it the onion of feelings. It simplified my complicated codependency down to something that I was able to use to help heal the trauma in my heart. Of course, at the beginning of the core of the onion is hurt and loss. Hurt hurts. Loss hurts. We don't want to feel hurt and loss. We can even feel hurt and loss in the womb, but we have no way to express it. So if we can't outwardly say to this person, hey, this hurts, stop it, or share our expression of what we're feeling, our first response is anger. Hey, don't do that. That's a universal response to hurt and loss, and guess what? It's normal. And then if we're not able to express that anger to what caused the hurt and loss to be felt in the first place, our next response is our stinking thinking, which are thoughts we think that don't serve our highest good. It's a term coined by Albert Ellis in rational emotive therapy. So we create future. We're afraid of future hurt and loss. Our perception is, oh, it's going to hurt. That's what anxiety is. It's fear of a future hurt and loss. So we want to prevent it. So we create anxiety through the chemicals in our brain and our reaction to not being able to be heard to express that anger for the hurt and loss in the first place. So when anxiety doesn't take away the feeling of hurt and loss, what's the next response? We feel guilty. We say, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have brushed my hair in front of him. It's my fault.